So on December 11th, my friend Paul from PaulsHardware and I will be hosting our annual holiday charity stream to raise money for the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles. It's always a good time. We stream for about 8 to 10 hours on average, and it's for a great cause. We usually you guys help us raise a ton of money for sick kids in hospitals, and we look forward to doing it every year. So if you guys want to come out, first of all, join us on December 11th for that charity stream. It's probably going to start around 10 a.m., and that's Pacific time. So 10 a.m. Pacific time, December 11th, assuming that Paul and I can get everything up and running by that time. Also, for the charity stream, we usually give away some cool prizes, including full-blown gaming PCs. Paul's building some. I know I'm building at least one that I'm building today. That's what this video is about. I'm building one of you, a gaming PC. It's free, so I'm gonna go over the parts. It's actually a small form factor build in the Cooler Master NR200P, which is a case that I've been wanting to build in ever since it came out. Ever since I saw it, I was like, I'm gonna do a build in that, and I just haven't gotten around to it until now. I thought this was a perfect opportunity to use it, and I'm really excited. It's very flexible. If you guys are probably pretty familiar with it by now. There's been tons of reviews on it and stuff, but I'm really excited to work with it today. And also, small form factor is much easier to ship, assuming that the giveaway winner isn't going to be someone I can just drive the system to. Yeah, let's go ahead and go over the parts really quick. You already know the case. On the top of the case, you can mount two 120mm fans. I'm going to be mounting one of them right here because I don't think I'm going to have clearance by the end of this build for a second fan, assuming that I've done my calculations and research right online. But we have this Chromax fan, NF which is a really nice case fan from Noctua, of course, all black. That is the Chromax line. And then we also have a Ryzen 7 5800X. So we've got 8 cores, 16 threads on this guy, PCIe Gen 4, all the good stuff, along with the ROG Crosshair 8 Impact. This is the mini DTX board, so it's actually a little bit taller, I should say, than a traditional mini ITX board, but the NR200P actually supports it. So it's not every day that you get a small form factor mini ITX case that supports mini DTX, and this is kind of like, it seems like the perfect opportunity to use this board. This thing is a beast. It's like, what, a $500 board, which is insane for considering the form factor and stuff. It's got all the bells and whistles as well. We also have 16 gigs of DDR4 4400 speed. That's 2 8-gig sticks from Crucial. They're Ballistic Max. This is really good, fast gaming memory that should serve the build well. We also have a P2 NVMe SSD. This is from Crucial as well. It's a 2 terabyte drive. It's the only drive going in here. 2 terabytes should go a long way. I mean, games are getting bigger and bigger these days, but I think 2 terabytes is still plenty of room to start. And obviously, whoever wins this PC can upgrade storage very easily down the line. But this NVMe drive is PCIe Gen 3. And while the board supports Gen 4, because we are on X570 here, I think Gen 3 is going to be plenty fast for any gaming PC. It's not really going to utilize the extra speeds that are available on Gen 4. Cooling our 5800X, we have a Corsair iCUE H100i RGB Pro XT. This is liquid AIO 240mm on the radiator, but I could have gone 280. Technically, the case does support it up to a 280mm rad at the bottom, but I just wanted a little bit more clearance, just, you know, because we're dealing with a small form factor build. The 240 just gives us a little bit more breathing room, and of course, it's going to be plenty cool for this 8-core Ryzen processor. Oh, I will be swapping the fans out. I'll be swapping both of these fans out for something a little quieter, maybe a little cooler. I like these Noctua AF A12s. These are pretty much one of the best fans you can buy from Noctua for radiators. And you can see, well, it's kind of hard to see from the picture, but they've got the sort of sweeping high static pressure blades on them. They are Chromax, of course, so they're black. I think I'm going to keep the white tips on, though. I think the white tips will look really nice, kind of a nice contrast with our white NR200P. And then we also have a power supply. Driving the system is the Cooler Master V750 SFX Gold White Edition. I don't know how much of this PSU is going to be visible when all is said and done in the build, but I do know the cables will be visible, and this comes included with white cables. So that should look pretty nice. And then finally, last but not least, we have the graphics card. This is the Asus RTX 3060 Ti. This is a tough gaming RTX 3060 Ti OC, so it comes factory overclocked. It's a pretty beefy GPU. I actually already have it out of the box over here. Pretty beefy, pretty chonky. It's not the biggest RTX 3000 series card that Asus makes. That would be one of their ROG Strix units, I believe, but it's still pretty big for a small form factor build. I did see some images online, though, of people using this card in that case, so it should be fine. And if you're familiar at all with the NR200P, you know that it's pretty flexible in the sense where you can actually mount the GPU either horizontally, like more traditionally at the bottom of the, you know, straight into the the PCIe slot of the motherboard, or you can mount it vertically, and it kind of is raised. It's like, actually, I'll show you the back. That'll be a better indicator, so you can see that it's actually a little bit higher than where you would normally mount a vertically mounted GPU. And that's pretty much the route I have to go if I want to be able to fit that 240mm radiator at the bottom of the case. It's going to be a snug little system, but definitely powerful. Can drive pretty much any game at 1440p max settings, and even a handful of games at 4K if you're really into that. So without further ado, let's get building. Before we continue, this video is brought to you by cdkeyoffers.com, a one-stop shop for reliable gaming software keys. Right now they're offering 20% off Windows 10 Pro OEM keys when you enter promo code BW20 at checkout. Getting your key is easy. Once you've added it to your cart, enter promo code BW20, fill out your payment info, and complete the purchase before heading to your purchased orders page to view and copy your new key. Simply paste it into the Windows activation page and voila, your operating system is fully authenticated. To grab your discounted Windows 10 Pro key now, click on the link in the description below. All right, kicking it off with the Mobo. And I don't think I need anything else from this box. I've got M.2 screws and stuff for the SSD set aside elsewhere, but I know that we actually keep these on. We'll keep the brackets on for the cooler. I believe those are used with the Corsair AIO. So then let's just install the CPU. I remember in a previous build video, I asked you guys if you liked watching me unbox the products for these types of videos, and most of you said yes. So this is me listening to you. Oh, I almost dropped that CPU. That could have been bad. Careful, Kyle. I don't have to buy another one of these. So I actually bought some of these parts myself, like the case and the CPU, along with not the motherboard. That was provided by Asus, as well as the GPU. I bought the fans, the cooler, and SSD and storage were provided by Crucial. So it's kind of a hybrid. Everyone pitched in to help you guys. Okay, 16 gig kit coming in hot. I like these sticks. These are some beefy sticks, yo. I like these ones. I haven't used this kit before, I don't think. Dude, that looks really clean. If you ever want a good mini DTX and RAM pairing, you want them to match perfectly, Crosshair 8 Impact, Ballistics Max. Looks great already. I'm done. SSD, we'll do the SSD next. Oh, this box is already open. 50-50 shot, there's no SSD in here. Drum roll, ding. Sweet. All right, we got our P2 M.2 PCIe Gen 3 NVMe SSD.
That's that real music, man. Come back home.
Are they all supposed to rhyme? Is that on purpose? Okay, looks like we can mount it right under this guy. Nice little heat sink provided. Wait, no. What am I doing? This is not, this DTX board is too fancy for me. It even says Supreme FX on the freaking shield. I've just tuned out all of the text on most products, because usually it's just marketing BS anyway. But in this case, I should have read that. You guys all saw that coming because you're smarter than me, and definitely read that before I took it off. But that leaves the question, where does the M.2 drive go? Oh, we got the SODIMM.2. All right, man, it's been a while since I've worked with this board. All right, let's hope the SODIMM.2 module is in here, because again, 50-50 shot, anything that I pull from my office from the inventory is like, you know, has been used and parts get relocated and stuff, but it looks like we're good. It looks like we're good, because here it is. Okay, can't forget to take plastic peel off of our thermal pad. That would be bad for temperatures. This, I just realized, might interfere with the GPU. No. No. There's got to be another M.2 slot on here. There is not. There is not. Is this the only way you can mount an M.2 drive to this board? You've got to be flipping kidding me, man. Wait, is it going to interfere? Hold on. Let me bring the case out here. Give me a sack. You know, a lot of you guys have been checking in on me lately in the comments and stuff on social media, and I appreciate it. A lot of people are asking, hey Kyle, how you doing? You know, how's life? And the truth is, I've got issues. Clearance issues. I'm doing fine though, thank you for asking. You know, it's kind of challenging sometimes, building a PC on camera, because you have to position yourself in a certain way, and the components in a certain way, where the camera can see it, which isn't always the most natural. Okay, so this is about where the motherboard's gonna mount. Ooh, it's close. You guys see that? It is close. So here's the expansion slots for the GPU. If it goes like this, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna clear because we also have a riser cable. We also need a riser cable, PCIe riser cable, that's gonna go underneath the GPU, and that'll definitely interfere. Yeah, see that? That's already like a few millimeters away from the SODIMM.2 card, so What do I do? We gotta have the SSD. This will even be a tight fit if we mount the radiator on the side. With the fans and stuff, that's barely gonna clear that as well. Probably would clear, but it would be close. I was really looking forward to mounting this vertically. What if we use a different motherboard? Would you guys be disappointed? Would you hate me for giving you a slightly less fancy, free motherboard? I don't think many people would complain. You wouldn't be really sacrificing much. You wouldn't get a dedicated audio card that's that beefy. Maybe some I/O, but honestly, let's see. Honestly, this guy, ROG Strix B550i Gaming. This motherboard is a regular mini ITX board, no weird stuff going on, and it's an ROG Strix board. This is a high-end board. It was like a $300 board, 200? No, 220. 220 I think I paid for this. And I just bought this. I bought this yesterday. So I'm gonna use that instead. Is that fine? Is that okay, guys? That way I can have my cake and eat it too. Get everything I want in this build. I have a vision for this build, and it will not be compromised. So, oh God, maybe it's gonna be compromised right now if I can't get this board out. What is it stuck on? Okay, so, you know what? I need to double check really quick that there's that I'm not missing an M.2 slot on this board. Yep, that's all she's got. It's only got this. This is the only way that you can mount an M.2 drive to this motherboard from the looks of it. So I will be moving on to the Strix B550i Gaming. Now we're kind of where we were before everything went wrong, and we can move on to the cooler. The cooler installation. I am not gonna be able to finish this build in one go though, or this video for that matter, because I have a haircut appointment in like 45 minutes. My mop's too thick right now, but it is gonna slow me down with this build and video. And then after that, after my haircut, it'll be like, what, 6 p.m.? And I have to do a stream. We're doing movie night. It's a Friday. We're gonna do movie night on Twitch, because we do movie nights every other Fridays of the month. That's why you should follow me at Workhorse. Follow me on Twitch. And I can't let people down. We gotta do the movie night. But I also need to finish this video, because, you know, if I don't, I'll be homeless. How does this box open? Why? Now then, case. I think we're ready to install the board. Yeah, let's install the board into the case, and then we'll figure out fan orientation, how those should mount to the radiator. Come on now, get down with your bad self. All right, cool. Motherboard screws. Now I have about 45 minutes exactly before I gotta skedaddle. Let's see how far we can get in that time. Speed build! Boom, 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 boom. Oh, it comes included. I didn't realize that the case came included with 2 of these fans. We won't need those. Fan grills are handy though. Definitely need one of those, probably for the top mounted fan. Okay, then where are the friggin' motherboard screws? I'm just gonna grab my own I have my own motherboard screws. I don't know why I even bother. All right, now what? Radiator. So how's this gonna go? Maybe like this? Yeah, see the hoses would have to get pushed down a lot more to not interfere with the GPU, so. This way it is, tubes at the front, which means we now know how the fans are, ooh, that's the other thing. Fans on top or on bottom? Do we wanna do push or pull? I say we do push. Generally, push performs a little better on average. Not in every scenario, but I think in this case, that's what I'm gonna do. And it looks like there's plenty of ventilation, a lot of good ventilation at the bottom of the case, so that's nice. A little removable dust filter as well. So let me go ahead and mount these fans. Okay, fans installed, easy peasy. And I'll train these cables a little bit later when we're getting closer to the end of the build. For now, we can plug in some of our front panel connectors here. We've got USB 3, front panel audio. There's, ooh, nice. They group together the little front panel connectors, power switch, power LED, and so forth. That's handy. And then I think that's pretty much it. Those are all the connectors on the front of the case. Okay, let's do that. Okay, I have 15 minutes roughly 15 minutes, a little less than 15 minutes before I gotta go. And it'll be really funny because I think this will be the first ever video, to my knowledge, that I remember, where I will have a different haircut at the beginning of the video as I do in the end, or at least the second half. Hope you guys are cool with that. Consistency and continuity have never been focus points of the channel. So why change now? And the last cable here that will route last is the GPU, and that's gonna have to be at the top. So, all right, dope, my bros. Okay, at this point, I can wire up some more stuff, like the fans. We got two fan connectors, a splitter coming off of the pump block as well. Got our Noctua fan cables at the back, and I think there is a little bit of room back here at the bottom of the case anyway, to stash some cables. Okay, that actually works out. Lovely. All right, so this is what the build looks like so far. Is that coming across on camera? All right, this is what the build looks like. We're almost there, almost at the finish line. I know it looks a little hairy, but trust me, it'll look better once the GPU is installed, covering it all up. I have to go, I've got a haircut appointment, otherwise my guy's gonna be mad at me. I don't wanna be late, and I will be back. I'll be back in, well, for you, it should be like a second or two. For me, maybe an hour. And when I return, I will be a brand new man. All right, I'm back. New hair, new me. Awesome. Okay, let's continue. Where do we leave off? GPU. Actually, before we install the GPU, I have to install the top fan. I almost forgot about the top fan. Where's that other Noctua? Where you at, boy? Oh, there. Okay, so this is the NFF12, a different model fan than the radiator fans we were using on the AIO. Really targets higher CFM as opposed to static pressure. So this is probably gonna be mounted as, I'm gonna mount it as an exhaust, right? Because that would make the most sense. We've got intakes here coming from the bottom, so pulling fresh air from the bottom of the case. It is elevated with these feet, which is pretty good. It definitely gives enough clearance for intake, and then that's gonna pass through the system, hit the GPU, the motherboard and stuff, and then we're gonna exhaust right at the top here. Although, wait, I need that top bracket. Where's the bracket at? Oh, it's right here. I'm so stupid, you're so stupid, Cal. Such an idiot. Does this pop out? Oh, no. Oh, this is using a different thing. Oh, cool, we don't actually have to screw these in like I thought we would. These have a toolless mounting system, it looks like, which I think we need the thingies for the thingy. How does this work? So it looks like we have these little pins. These little pins that come with the case. These guys. So these go into, is it only compatible with these fans? That wouldn't make sense. What the heck? Oh, maybe I have to use this fan. Oh, no, I can remove, okay, so I gotta remove these screws. These are special screws with pins on the end that just go into these little rubber grommets, like so. So it's toolless. Oh, that's cool. Then I have to remove these. Let me remove these really quick. And you know what? It actually does look like we might have clearance for a second fan at the top. I didn't think we would, but it looks like we could do that. However, I'm gonna pass on it. I think we'll be fine with just the one fan at the top. I'm gonna mount it right over the motherboard so it's close to the VRMs and can exhaust some of the heat coming off of those as well. And yeah, I think another fan here would be, I don't know, I don't think it would help all that much. You got the power supply kind of in the way. I guess it would help with the GPU. It could help with the GPU, but I only have one of these Chromax Noctua fans on hand. We'll see. We'll see how temps are. Not in this video, but I was thinking of actually doing a testing demo of this system during the live stream, the charity live stream with me and Paul. If you guys would like to see that, assuming that you're going to tune in, which you all should, then maybe we'll do that. That'd be kind of a fun way to switch things up for the stream. I don't think this doesn't seem right. This doesn't seem right to me because they're not actually snug as a bug in a rug. They're gonna just fall out unless the struggle is real. Okay, I don't care if you guys can't see it. It's making my life too difficult. I'm just gonna go for it. All right, that was easy. Easier. All right, look at that. Boom. Boom, it's sticking. It's sticking, it works. It works, I don't care. Moving on. Let's get this out of the way here. Oh, you know what? I should probably put this, I'm gonna plug this in. Let me make sure that I'm gonna plug this into the CPU fan header. It's kind of like a CPU fan. It's the closest fan to the CPU. And then we will actually wire up our graphics card first before putting this on top. I think it's just gonna be easier to do it that way. Y'all ready for the peel? Y'all ready for it? Y'all ready? You ain't ready for this. Here we go. Has a little sticky. It's a little obnoxious sounding. Not the best peel I've done. Everything's fine. So riser cable, where's our riser cable? I don't know if this is a Gen 3 or a Gen 4 cable. I'm sure it said on the product page for the case, but I missed it. Oh, it's so tiny. Look at how tiny he is. He's a little guy. All right, so insertion. There we go. Okay, cool. And then boom, it's gonna be like that. Ooh, our AIO tubes might be in the way a little bit. That's okay. She's flexible, boys. Don't wanna kink it though. Don't wanna kink it. That doesn't look too kinky, unfortunately.
You're done.
But in this case, it's good. So then we're gonna remove the expansion slots. All right, let's hope this all fits and clears and everything. It's not like the perfect, I need to like kind of train this to be the proper distance away from the motherboard so that it slots into the GPU more easily. There we go, that's the click I wanted. There we go. Okay, now, it's a big boy GPU for this case. He thick. She thick. Oh, why is the struggle so real? It's because I didn't have the clip down partially. Okay, I think she's in there. Okay, let's mount this GPU before it gets away from me. Almost there, almost there. I think the very last thing to do, practically the last thing to do, is to plug in the GPU. Just like that. And just like that, this build is complete. Thanks again to cdkeyoffers.com for sponsoring this video. Right now, the site has keys for Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition for over 50% off its normal price at just $15. Just one of the many everyday deals that you'll find on cdkeyoffers.com. To start browsing a massive library of affordable and reliable software keys, click on the link in the description below. All right, moment of truth. Well, before we actually try turning it on and stuff, just a quick look at the finished system from multiple angles. I really like how it turned out with the white corners on the fan. It just adds a little bit of a complementary aesthetic to the otherwise very white build. Not super white on the graphics card. It's kind of hard to find just an all-white graphics card in the RTX 3000 series. They are there, they do exist, but this is the one I had on hand. This is the one you're getting. Deal with it. And then we also have the nice white power supply on the back. Cable management, you can see, isn't really existing on this side of the case. It's all kind of here in the bottom channel, and then at the front as well. And of course, there's kind of a cable mess behind the graphics card too. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Is it just me, or is my OTD just pinging a little too hard? Am I the only one annoyed by this purple latch on the riser cable? I know it's a cooler master color, but still. Ooh, also, the side panel. Let's get the tempered glass side panel in here, just to see what it looks like completely closed up if the winner of this bad boy decides to go with the TG option. Of course, the mesh is just gonna look like mesh. Won't really be that interesting, but I wanna see how this looks. And is this also, okay, this is push pin as well. Using the same mechanism and stuff, that's handy, except there's only pins on the top two, of course, and then it latches in that way. All right, let's take this guy off. Sorry, I know whoever wins this probably wanted to do this part themselves, but no, I want to do it. And me. Okay, I thought it was satisfying. Ooh, dang, it looks so clean. Obviously, the temps are not going to be nearly as good this way versus the mesh panel over there, but my God, it looks so good. I'm sure it's gonna look good when I turn it on too. Moment of truth, there we go. You can't really see it because of the reflection, but I can see it a lot better from where I'm sitting, and it looks awesome. Yeah, actually, it looks really clean. Really, really clean. Dang, son. Trying to mitigate the reflections, but it's not working. There's just too much crap in this room. The GPU fan stopped spinning because that's what they're supposed to do. 0 RPM unless they're under heavier load, but they do ramp up right when you turn the system on. And it looks like everything else is working. Fan is on there. What about the rad fans? I gotta check the rad fans. Fan check. Yep, we're good. We're good. And I'll take the panel off now so that you can actually kind of see it better. There we go. There we go. Like I said, there's gonna be a little bit of RGB right there at the top of the GPU. Can always be disabled if you want. And the tubes, I kind of like loosened the tubes up a little bit, kind of pulled them out towards the left side panel here, just so they're not kinking. And they're perfectly fine here. They look kind of nice just hanging down there as well. Also, I realized that I wouldn't have been able to mount a second fan at the top here after all because of the 8-pin plug. It's just not enough clearance. Not enough clearance, buddy. Not gonna cut it, even with a grill. It just wouldn't, it'd be pushing down on the GPU, and that would be bad, bad for the PCB and stuff. But yeah, there's the build. This is potentially going to live on one of your desks at some point soon. So tune into the live stream. We're raising money for kids. Come on, don't be a dick. No, but seriously, guys, I really hope you can all make it on December 11th at roughly 10 a.m. Pacific time to help Paul and I raise money for the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles. We'll be giving away multiple gaming PCs, again, including the one I just built. So best of luck to all of you who enter, and I hope to see you guys on December 11th. Have a good one. Bye.